YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Lately, we've been posting a lot of behind the scenes content and we're going to keep that going. Tuesday, it's actually Friday as you're seeing this. I just got in from work. It's Thursday night, so I'm planning for this to be a Friday morning upload. I am dressed for bed now, so I'm in pajamas and gonna get some sleep pretty soon. But I wanted to kind of spearhead this content for this week so that you can have an idea as to what you can expect for Tuesday's upload. We're going to dive deeper into the issues that I'm having. This is going to be in regards to my 77-inch LG C1 Oled. This is TV I got in 2021. I actually did a review on the TV, pretty much a full review. You can kind of check that out. It was in depth and I had a great time doing it. It was my first review. And so you can look back on that just to kind of see how far we've come. However, the TV is now showing me some light signs of like image retention. And so I want to go through the motions within this video of kind of showing you some things that you can look for. And then Tuesday video, again, it's going to go a little bit more in depth into like what my plan and my strategy is. So we're going to roll this intro. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So the C1 Oled, amazing TV, by the way. It's a really good TV. I recently just made some content telling you guys that I don't think you should be considering purchasing one of these TVs in the year of 2023. I feel like we've gone too far to a point. And mine is currently eligible for update version 03.34.55. I deep dove into some of the fine notes, but I wasn't ready to put my TV on that yet. This TV has been an amazing TV. I use an Amazon Fire Stick, as I've also recently talked about last week. I made a video, or this week actually, because it's Friday, I made a video talking to you guys about my experience with the Apple TV 4K. It's been a great device, but this Fire Stick holds up really well. It's very affordable, and just the uniformity of it having Dolby Vision and the picture quality that it gives you is really good. So I've been having a great time with this TV. Now, the interesting thing about this TV and this device that I like to use is that when you use these smart applications, so it doesn't matter if it's what's on the TV or if it's from an external device such as the Fire Stick, Roku, Google TV, or Chromecast, NVIDIA Shield, anything like that, those devices are going to have grids. So when I mean grids, like you're going to be static blocks and images and things like that all throughout the screen. Now, this TV, like many other OLEDs, a couple of generations before it, has some technology that can help to fight some of these things. There's an ability for you to kind of like scale back the brightness and the peak volume that you get in the picture from certain specific hubs. Think about it like if you're playing games. If you're playing video games, you're always going to have some kind of icon. If you're playing fighting games like I do, you're going to have life bars going on the left and the right. You're going to have time in the middle, super meters down below. So it's unavoidable. There's always going to be some kind of static images, and the TV does a great job of fading those things out. However, it can't fight everything. Now, there's some pixel refreshing technology. I've shared some short video content about my distaste towards that, because I just personally feel like, you know, when I buy these TVs, I don't think that I need to go into really having to do things like that to maintain them. Well, with an OLED, you kind of sort of have to. So you got to pick your poison. In the next transition, we're going to go ahead and get this thing fired up. All right, guys, so this is Plex. Plex is an amazing piece of technology that I use. I have a dedicated server PC, if you will. I've said it before, but I'll explain it again for anyone that may be new to this video that haven't seen priors. You can think of Plex and you can hold it to the same standards as if you had a Netflix account or a Hulu account or an Amazon Prime. That content is all locked away on some supercomputers put in another part of the country, and we pretty much just stream from them. It's the same thing that I do. I get my content. I try to make sure that my content is going to be collected in the most purest, highest resolution with the best graphical fidelity. And so, bam, I've loaded onto the computer. And then because of the magic of internet, I'm able to stream that content. So stuff like Wednesday or Chucky, which I am in the first episode of watching Chucky. I took a lunch break and watched the first episode, and it was getting juicy. I like this show. Child's Play back in the day, and I'm interested in watching this show, so seeing what it's like. Sonic Prime is something I recently added to Plex. I do have a couple of sons that just go crazy over Sonic, but my youngest son is just absolutely nuts about it. And then The Wire, something I absolutely love. But one talking piece about what this particular software and, you know, anything that you're using on the TV, as I was just saying in the previous transition, is going to have some kind of grids or images. It's just unavoidable, right? But as I said, the TV does a great job of fighting that. You can't get past all of it, though. You just can't. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up some settings for you guys and show it to you in the next transition. Okay, guys. So right here, we're looking at something called OLED Care. And these are, I want to be responsible in this video and tell you that this is kind of what you should be looking to do if you are going to be a new adopter of OLED. You've got some care picture settings. You know, you can read this. It says care picture settings, set the picture mode that suits your viewing patterns. If this feature is in use, you know, select mode will be unavailable. You have your device self-care. Various features such as memory optimizer, picture and sound, self-diag, and energy savings are provided to optimize status. And then you've got your OLED panel care. So these are three direct settings that are going to be under the column of OLED care that if you go into are going to put you in a position where there's different things you can look into. So not so much the memory optimizer, but the self-diag, that's an option just to kind of tell you if your TV is working right. You know, you got something for sound as well as energy saving. Now, the big thing for energy saving is that, again, as I was saying, like these static images, if you got the energy saving put to the right adjustments, then your static images are not going to bleed as much brightness. So I personally like to turn that stuff off, and everyone that I know that has an OLED likes to do the same too. When you go to OLED panel care, this is kind of where you get some of these different options here, right? So you got the pixel cleaning. That's a whole, it does a whole scope of different things, right? You got the screen move. It says the screen moves little by little, you know, to pretty much shift things around. The biggest issue with this is that I found it to personally tamper with the performance of the TV from an input latency perspective. Just keeping in mind, if your screen, your image is moving, it's not exactly as it's supposed to be. Again, designed to fix things on the TV. It's designed to make it so that you don't catch any burn or retention. So just think of like this wire, the wire banner we're seeing. This would shift. I'm talking about it in such a small way you wouldn't really notice it, but it does move, right? Your logo brightness. Your logo brightness, again, adjust the brightness of static images such as logos and subtitles automatically, prevent the screen from occurring problem. Again, trying to get like burn-ins and things like that. This kind of works in conjunction with the energy savings, because with the energy savings, it'll overall kind of dim the TV and make it where that peak brightness on certain little highlights that are going to be static won't pop out. This is another thing that does that too. So when it's saying logo brightness, it's pretty much talking about the TV being smart in a sense that it'll detect, like, you know, static images. So again, if you're playing a fighting game, like super meters at the bottom, time meters typically in the middle, you're going to have like your life for player one, life for player two, and then whatever the hell else might be in the background that is static. Because the only thing when you're playing a fighting game that's really moving is the characters. Now, some of these games now have interactive backgrounds and then care recommendations. And what this will do is just, when you turn this on, it'll put you in a position where, based on how far you are with the TV and how dark the natural light is in the room, there'll be some settings there. So again, guys, listen, this video, I'm not gonna dive so deep into showing you the issues that I have. But if you're interested in following this, you can tune back in Tuesday. Now, I have made two videos on the LG C9 that I got in 2019. One was 12,000 hours with an OLED. One was 13,000 hours with an OLED. That TV has since been junked out because it had image retention. I kept it for a very long time, and I still have that TV. If you've seen the video yesterday when I was showing you guys what I do with my old technology, that TV was featured in the video. So it's covered up in the garage, and it will be gifted to one of my good friends. Outside of that, I was able to get a large portion of my currency. The content is on the channel in chronological order. I did this process around the same time that I got the Alpha 95 King, which is the best TV of 2022, the Sony Quantum Dot OLED. So if you just kind of want to fish back and see that everything has been in order for you guys. So I'm shooting this thing like it's real time. So again, come back Tuesday. Monday, we're going to have an arcade video. Tuesday is going to be the video about this where I'll go through the pattern test. I'll show you the hours, show you what I'm looking for. Outside of that, I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. Peace. God bless. And as I always say, max love.